YouTube, how you doing? It's Descend, and I'm bringing you a very special video today. To sum things up a little bit, I just recently got back from GuardianCon, where it was the convention to celebrate Destiny. Of course, it was bringing a lot of different vendors, a lot of different Guardians from all over the world, as well as content creators from all over. And one special thing that they were doing was they had a Scuf booth this year, and I was able to get my hands on one of the impacts that they were selling. But what makes this impact so special is it was the King Gothalion version, so to speak, as well as he signed it. So I was very grateful to get my hands on one of these. And as you can see, my previous scuffs that I have is I have the optic version for my one with the control freaks on the joysticks, and my normal PlayStation 1, so to speak, which I love because it's blue. So yeah, let's definitely go ahead and take a look at this thing. It's awesome. I've already played a couple matches with it before I did this, so I already got a feel for it myself. If I can just go ahead and get this open. So as you can see, little manual, welcome to Team Scuf, etc. But this is it. This bad boy right here. I don't know what to say, guys. This is my first impact. I've heard a lot about them, but the reason I didn't jump on the bandwagon for them is because I already have a PlayStation Scuf. But like I said, they were selling them at the booth. It was really cool. They actually had a Scuf booth, and these things were selling like crazy. They didn't just have the impacts. They had all kinds of Scufs for the Xbox One and PS4. But what made the booth so special is, like I said, is they have these. They had the King Gothalion version, as well as they had a Professor Broman version, which is really nice. As soon as they went live at the booth, I think earlier that morning or a couple hours afterwards, they went live for people to go ahead and purchase online themselves. So for those of you who don't have scuffs, I honestly they're not bad. If you're about competitive gameplay or if you want that edge, they're really nice. But me, I'm more of a casual player, but I like my controllers. I like being able to customize and have something that reflects myself as a gamer and as an individual, so to speak. So I was definitely satisfied with my purchase. As you know, I'll flip it over for those of you who don't know anything about Scuf. Scuf is known for these paddles right here. They're programmable to be the buttons on the front, so to speak. They can be mapped, so for people who play first person shooters, it's a lot of multitasking. So sometimes you don't have the energy, even though you should. It take less than a second to hop one thumb over and do this, versus with a scuff, everything could just be, underneath, and it's really awesome. I love this thing. I love King Gothalion. He's one of my favorite streamers, if not one of my favorite Destiny content creators. So I was definitely glad to get my hands on one of these bad boys. I played a couple matches of Destiny with, and it felt really, really good compared to the one that I have here from my original PlayStation. I still love this one. I'm definitely going to keep it on reserve just in case, because I love how the thumbsticks for these ones are more of the outer and not the inner like these ones are. But either way, like my thumbs just stick to these. My Xbox One version though, I had to get the control freaks because when I ordered it, they just come with the traditional thumbsticks, but the control freaks I love oh so much on my one version. As you can see, optic, huge fan of optic. They were one of the reasons I really got into Call of Duty in the first place. As compared to size, they're really not actually, let me take that back. The impact is a little bit bigger. I definitely like the design of the impact. I feel as though they did copy from, Microsoft over here, because I mean, a lot of first person players or first person shooters, especially pros, especially in Call of Duty was big. Competitively, they were all played on Xbox, so I definitely, like the design of the impacts. It still feels like a PlayStation controller, but a little bit of grace and blessing from the Xbox One controller. As you can see, the buttons. I don't have like when I got it, they didn't have the symbols on them. But I've been playing PlayStation long enough to know where, each letter means. So underneath, this is the big difference. So this is truly, truly, truly the big difference. On the PlayStation Scuffs, you only have the two paddles. On the impacts, you have 4, which is very similar to the Xbox One version. And that's why, once again, I went back to referencing how it looks like they took a little, you know, ideas from how they did the Xbox One scuffs and definitely brought it over to PlayStation, which I definitely think was a very, very good move. Very good move, being that I mainly play on Xbox, so playing on PlayStation is now been more comfortable. This thing is a blessing. Like, I wish I can. I know there's probably a way I can use this on my Xbox, but I'm not gonna dally in it too much. I'm perfectly fine the way it is. My little Scuf Trinity. Very, very pleased. Very, very pleased. Inside, I'll go over this really quick. Like I said, I've been buying Scufs for some time now, so I'm very familiar with what this stuff is. So as you can see, additional paddles. I believe that makes it so I can adjust the hair trigger. And let me go ahead and flip this over. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna try to do this with one hand here for you guys, because I think what's in here is actually what I want to be in here. And I believe it's the remapping tool. And the remapping tool makes it so you can basically remap your paddles, so they're not just the default way that how they come in. So let me, yep, that's exactly what it is. Electromagnetic, the remapping tool. Sweet. I'll definitely apply those to my other 2 Scufs, because I unfortunately did not get that. I kind of just played with how they played out, which isn't really bad. Honestly, my Xbox One really doesn't get, I don't really use all the paddles as much, because I have a pair of Astros that cover these 2 inner paddles here, so I only rely on the 2 outer ones, so not too picky. And then for the headset that I use on my PlayStation, I use a pair of, what brand is it? Oh, Cloudfire, so there's no big piece. Oh, and as you can see, that's where the head jack goes. Not a bad place to put it. Really didn't bother me as much. But yeah, guys, that is the Scuf Impact. Really, really good. I definitely recommend, if you're a PlayStation user and you want to get your hands on your first Scuf, definitely go with these bad boys. I definitely know that the King Gothalion and the Professor Broman impacts are now available. I ordered my Broman one while I was waiting for my flight back home, so I'll have both, which is be really nice. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, concerns about these products, or definitely hit up the website. Definitely, watch your favorite streamer or YouTuber. I know that they might have a code around somewhere, and there's always plenty of videos of them talking about the Scuf. So yeah, so thanks again for watching the video, and go grab yourself a Scuf.